In just a decade, Fubo TV has done what few thought possible. It began as a small, soccer-focused streaming service, barely a blip on the radar of media giants like Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime. But while others chased scripted content and studio deals, Fubo carved its path through one niche: live sports. And that bet paid off. Fast forward to 2025, and Fubo isn't just surviving, it's merging with Disney in a multi-billion-dollar move that's sending shockwaves through the streaming industry. This isn't just another acquisition. Fubo took on some of the most powerful names in entertainment: Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery and Court, and came out on top. Through lawsuits, pivots, partnerships, and raw perseverance, it built a subscriber base, brand loyalty, and now, legacy. So what made this underdog irresistible to Disney? And what does it mean for the future of live TV? Stay with us as we dive into the high-stakes journey of Fubo TV, from startup dream to streaming power play. In January 2015, three visionaries, David Gandler, Alberto Horihuela, and Sung-Ho Choi, rolled out Fubo TV, a lean streaming platform built for die-hard soccer fans. For just $7 a month, early adopters could finally enjoy international matches not available through cable providers. It wasn't just a new service, it was a lifeline for fans starved of global soccer content. The team hustled through seed rounds, raising initial funds from DCM Ventures, and later a $15 million Series B led by Fox and Sky in 2016. As subscribers grew slowly but steadily, Fubo grew bolder, adding cloud DVR, Apple TV integration, and 4K support by the summer of the 2018 World Cup, cementing its reputation as a tech-forward, sports-only disruptor. These early years were defined by pragmatic innovation and a laser-sharp focus. Live sports deserve better streaming. Against giants like ESPN and straight-to-series streamers, Fubo carved a loyal niche. Staff worked from cramped offices in Manhattan and remote basements, testing streams late into the night. And with each successful Sunday goal aired, Fubo proved, if you build something fans truly want, even at the fringes, you might just build something lasting. By 2017, Fubo TV had already proven the concept, but sticking to soccer alone could never scale. So they pivoted to a broader vMVPD model, adding NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and major entertainment and news channels. With that shift, Fubo aimed to compete directly with cable replacements while keeping live sports at its core. That pivot attracted powerful backers. A $55 million Series C investment came from the likes of North Zone, 23rd Century Fox, and Sky DO. Suddenly, Fubo wasn't just a niche product, it had the fuel to scale. By 2019, Fubo had launched a free ad-support Fubo Sports Network, building original shows and talk programs, and struck deals with Fox Sports for UEFA qualifiers, .cloud DVR, pause and in-rewind features, and 4K became distinctive hooks that cable simply couldn't match. Then came the COVID era, which transformed Fubo's trajectory. As people cut the cord, Fubo added 410,000 subscribers in Q3 2020 alone. In October 2020, Fubo took a giant leap, raising $183 million in its NYSE IPO to fuel expansion. That capital helped launch innovative side businesses: Fubo Gaming, free-to-beg sports contests, acquisitions like Balto Sports, and partnerships aiming to weave interactive wagering into live stream. By early 2021, Fubo TV had passed 1 million subscribers, expanded into Canada and Spain, and won recognition as J.D. Power's top live TV streaming service. It was proof that a smart blend, sports-first DNA, innovative features, and thoughtful scaling could disrupt a crowded media landscape and challenge even the biggest players. By October 14, 2020, Fubo TV had matured far beyond its soccer launch days. Riding a wave of pandemic-era cord-cutting, the company took its boldest step yet, launching its initial public offering, IPO, on the New York Stock Exchange. With shares priced at $10 apiece, Fubo raised approximately $183 million, giving it a market valuation of around $1.4 billion. It was a high-stakes moment, transforming Fubo from underdog to Wall Street player overnight. The IPO wasn't just financial, it was strategic. With capital in hand, Fubo didn't slow down. Over the next months, it accelerated expansion, adding channels, enhancing tech, and launching new side ventures like Fubo Gaming and the acquisition of Balto Sports in December 2020. This wasn't just streaming, it was building an ecosystem around live sports entertainment, and 20 has brought and let's not forget the timing. In Q3 2020, Fubo gained a staggering 410,000 subscribers, clearly capitalizing on the pandemic-driven shift in viewing habits. Cable cutters became believers as Fubo added sports, news, entertainment, and wagering all in one sleek, live streaming platform. But growth came with risks. The company remained unprofitable, facing massive content licensing fees and steep technology costs. Investors wondered, can Fubo sustain this meteoric rise, or will the next downturn expose a shaky foundation? The IPO was Fubo's boldest gamble yet, and it reshaped the trajectory of live streaming forever. Fubo's ambition didn't stop at content, it reached into the courtroom. In February 2024, Fubo filed a major antitrust lawsuit against Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery, targeting their proposed sports streaming joint venture, vNew Sports. Fubo argued that combining those sports networks would stifle competition and squeeze out smaller players like itself. Their bold move paid off. In August 2024, Judge Margaret Garnett granted a preliminary injunction blocking vNew's launch. In a Fubo's Save My Sports campaign rallied public support, framing the fight as the scrappy David against media Goliaths. The legal showdown had ripple effects. vNew was shelved in January 2025, and Disney, Fox, and WBD dropped their appeals in light of Fubo's upcoming merger. The battle wasn't just legal, it shifted the power dynamics of sports streaming in the US. At the same time, regulatory scrutiny intensified. The Department of Justice launched an investigation into the Disney-Fubo deal for potential antitrust issues. Senator Elizabeth Warren chimed in, warning the merger could raise costs and eliminate consumer choice. Meanwhile, Fubo signed major distribution deals with Yes Network and Comcast, strengthening its competitive position and offloading its customers. It was classic disruption. Fubo fought back, turning legal challenges into growth opportunities. In a live streaming world driven by scale, Fubo proved it could not only survive the giants, but stand up to them, reshaping the landscape for the entire industry. In January 2025, the streaming world was rocked. Disney announced it would acquire a 70% stake in Fubo TV, merging its live TV business with Hulu Plus Live TV. Suddenly, the underdog sports streamer had been elevated to a strategic pillar in Disney's streaming empire. But the deal wasn't just simple ownership, it reshaped the battlefield. Under the business combination agreement, Fubo remained publicly traded and kept its brand, with its management, led by CEO David Gandler, running the newly merged entity. Disney would inject muscle, $220 million in cash to settle the vNew Sports lawsuit, and a $145 million term loan for Fubo in 2026. This wasn't just a bailout, it was a bet on sports-first streaming. Under the plan, Fubo would retain its sports-heavy focus, adding Disney's ABC, ESPN networks, and ESPN Plus through a new carriage deal. Together, Fubo plus Hulu gained control of 6.2 million subscribers, making the merged platform the second biggest live TV streaming service, trailing only YouTube TV. Investors reacted decisively. Fubo's stock surged over 250% across dozens of analysts, emerging as the world's largest search engine, estimated at $120 million in cost savings annually, but warned integration would be complex. The merger also formally ended Fubo's antitrust fight against Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers, marking a full-circle moment. This deal wasn't just bold, it was audacious. Fubo transformed from scrappy upstart to a central franchise in Disney's streaming future. But with majority control comes responsibility. Could Fubo keep its identity, or would it be swallowed as just another app in Disney's lineup? The Fubo-Disney union didn't just shake Fubo's trajectory, it rattled the entire industry. Suddenly, live sports streaming has a more powerful champion, threatening competitor positions in the virtual cable market. Consumers stand to win early, expect more skinny bundles, flexible pricing, and a lineup combining Fubo's extensive sports schedule with Hulu's entertainment and Disney's assets. Despite consolidation, live TV streaming remains cheaper than cable, making this merger more than just business talk. But anti-competition flags are already waving. Sen. Elizabeth Warren has urged regulators to inspect the deal, warning it reduces consumer choice and could drive up prices in sports streaming. Meanwhile, the DOJ's antitrust review, although currently favorable, continues to loiter, especially concerning ESPN and regional sports networks. From a competitive angle, this merger positions Fubo Hulu as the second largest live TV streaming service in North America. That makes them a stronger rival to YouTube TV, but leaves them behind cable giants like Comcast and DirecTV.TV. The move clearly signals that streaming platforms must scale to survive, whether through innovation, litigation, or high-profile alliances. As the Disney-Fubo merger approaches completion, it has triggered alarm bells in Washington. In April 2025, the U.S. Department of Justice launched an antitrust investigation, probing whether the consolidation of major sports networks under one banner would harm competition. During that scrutiny, Senator Elizabeth Warren publicly warned that such consolidation could not only raise prices for consumers, but also limit the choice viewers have for live sports. Industry analysts foresee mandatory remedies, potentially requiring Disney Fubo to divest regional sports rights or open access to rival streamers. Meanwhile, Republicans have joined the chorus, framing the deal as symbolic of big tech swallowing all competition. For Fubo, this isn't mere red tape, it's a storm front. A failed merger could jeopardize its financial future and undo its hard-won legal victories. Yet if cleared, it would stand as a historic reshaping of how America watches live sports. The political pressure marks the endgame of Fubo's drama. Will authorities prioritize market health or let streaming giants write the rules of the future? Fubo TV's journey is nothing short of cinematic. In 10 years, it grew from scrappy soccer streamers to a $1+ billion player, battled media behemoths in court, and is now poised to join Disney's streaming empire. That's an emotional arc filled with grit, vision, uphill fights, and high-stakes deals. But more than a success story, Fubo represents hope. The idea that smart disruption still matters in today's streaming world. It proves niche focus, tech innovation, and perseverance can stand up to giants. Yet, as it merges, questions loom. Can it retain its bold spirit under Disney's wing? Will viewers benefit, or will costs rise? Whether you see them as winners or sellouts, Fubo's rise tells us that even the smallest upstarts can challenge the status quo if they're willing to fight, pivot, and dream big. Fubo TV's story is far more than a business timeline. It's a testament to the power of vision, resilience, and daring to disrupt an industry dominated by giants. From humble soccer origins to courtroom battles and a Disney merger on the horizon, Fubo reminds us that even small players can change the game. Are you excited by the future of live streaming or worried the deal could limit your choices? Either way, this moment matters for every sports fan and streaming consumer out there. Let us know your thoughts. Do you think Fubo can thrive under Disney? Will this merger lower your sports package bill or raise it? Don't just scroll. Like, share, and subscribe for more deep dive stories on the breakthroughs shaking up our digital world.